This video will see the syllabus and we'll see what kind of question can be asked in the examination. So first of all, we talk about the memory units. For example, we know the KB, MB, GB number system. We'll talk about the computer hardware system. For example, there was a question in the examination, touch screen, whether it is an input device, output device, storage device, or input and output device. So it was an input device. Let's see how it functions. So there is a touch screen. We give an input, we touch the screen, and below the touch screen there is two screen, and that is made up of indium tin oxide. So it's made up of indium tin oxide, and when it is placed above each other, it feels like that. Okay. And when you touch on any part of the screen, it gives xy coordinate, and this information is sent to the microprocessor analyze this information, sent to the Android, and Android then display it as in the form of the output. Okay, output is displayed on the display screen of your device. So it is only an input device. So touch screen is input device and displays are output device. So answer was input device. So we have to understand the hardware of our computer system. So computer software, there was a question, how many types of software, how many types of software are there? So there are two types of software. So first one is application software, second is system software. So application software, for example, MS Office. So it is a need based software in your computer. It's called application software. Then there is a system software. So that related to the hardware of the computer. So it is the hardware of the computer. Then there is another type of software, and these are the part of first two software. So this is a utility of software. But if the question asks how many types of software are there, there's a two types of software. First one is application software, another one is system software and utility software, and they are the software for the utility purpose. For example, antivirus in your laptop and cleanup app, for example, in a mobile. So these are the utility software. So we'll learn about computer memory as well. So for example, there is a question in the examination, which is the main memory in computer? So RAM is the main memory computer, and which is the internal memory in the computer? Internal memory in the computer is RAM. So answer of both the question, main memory and internal memory in the computer, is only RAM. Now we'll talk about the smartphone. A smartphone is a type of microcomputer. So there are many type of computer: micro, mini, mainframe, and supercomputer. So a smartphone is a microcomputer. Okay. So what is the main memory of smartphone? Means what is the main memory of microcomputer? The question they ask, what is the main memory of smartphone or the main memory of microcomputer? So answer will be RAM. So answer will be RAM. And what is the smartphone internal memory? So that answer will be ROM. So in the case of computer memory, answer of both main memory and internal memory will be RAM. And in the case of smartphone, the main memory will be RAM and smartphone internal memory ROM. Suppose we buy a mobile, we see what is the RAM, what is the ROM of the mobile. So in the mobile, the main memory and internal memory is different. So internal memory is ROM and main memory is RAM. And before 1975, there was no personal computer. First time the term personal computer was coined by Olivetti in 1975. By Olivetti, he coined the term personal computer in 1975. So we know what is motherboard. So motherboard is a kind of device, and there is a microprocessor in that. We know the Intel microprocessor in most of the pieces, and there is only one memory in our computer, that is RAM. So internal memory and main memory is only one in the case of the computer, but in the case of mobiles, smartphones, internal memory is called, we know this internal memory is ROM and main memory is RAM. Now we know that 60 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB device, mobile, that is called ROM. Now we also have to learn about the file extension. There was a question in the examination, which is audio file. So there was a lot of options. The answer was MID. The full form is MID, or it is also called MIDI. So its full form is like musical instrument digital interface. So audio file extension is .MID. So audio file extension is .MID. Full form is musical instrument digital interface. Now we talk about computer. Musical instrument cannot be directly connected to the computer. There is a device in between. So the device is called MIDI board, and that can provide an interface between the musical instrument and computer. Now what .jpg extension is image. So we must also know the full form of this. So full form is JPEG, that is Joint Photography Expert Group. So it is Joint Photography Expert Group. So .jpeg is extension for digital photography. .mp3, so mp3 is extension of mpeg.3. So moving picture expert group version 3. So it is a moving picture expert group version 3 is the audio device, and mp4, that is moving picture expert group version 4, and that is a video file. So we also talk about the internet networking. Question may be asked from that. So database. For example, MS Access. If the question asks what is MS Access, it is a RDBMS, that is Rational Database Management System. So these kind of question can be asked. So we will also learn about that. So RDBMS is a Rational Database Management System. So programming language, we have to learn about it. So what was the full form of logo? So logo's full form is logic oriented, graphics oriented. So logic oriented, graphics oriented, and it was designed for the children. So it is the programming language designed for the children. So which was the first digital computer? So these kind of question can also be asked. So in 1946, John Macaulay and J. Presper Eckart, they have developed first digital computer. The name was ENIAC. Full form was Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. So Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. So the first digital computer launched in 1946 by John Macaulay and J. Presper Eckart. So what is Fortran? Fortran is a formula translation, is a programming language for mathematics. So Fortran, the question may be asked, what is Fortran? So it's a formula translation and it's a programming language for mathematics. So we also learn about the security, like viruses, firewall, antivirus. How can we protect our computer from viruses? Like the solution is firewall, antivirus. So for example, they can ask some technical questions like what is phishing? So phishing is like making a fake website. So suppose they make a fake website and you will enter your email and password, so they can steal your data through the use of the fake website. So it is called phishing. What is vishing? This kind of question have been asked in the interview first. So vishing is a fraud via phone call, like you are calling someone and asking for the personal details. So this is called vishing. So phishing is like making a fake website and pretending it to be a real one, and vishing is like making fraud through the phone call. And then MS Office, we'll have to learn about the MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, and we also know about the shortcut keys. Question may be asked from them, and full forms of various computer related terms. Thank you.